OPEC oil ministers have announced that they will keep their current production target of 30 million barrels a day. That despite rising supply and plunging prices. You know what that means? Prices are going to keep falling. Take a look. Right now, the national average price for a gallon of regular gasoline is $2.80. Look at that. A year ago, it was $3.29. So will it keep dropping? Marco Soriano is CEO of Soriano Consulting Group and an expert on energy and joins us now. So, Marco, my first question is, if the sheikhs want to keep their level now and prices are dropping, why won't they turn off the spigot so the prices for them go up?
Well, this goes back to the main factor of having the supply and demand concept, right? If you disrupt the supply, then prices could change. And I think that this is what they're trying to affect. The low demand that exists right now globally for the oil has also driven the prices down. And this is an effect. This is exactly what we're looking at.
So what do you think they'll do?
If they want to rise the prices so that they can start actually seeing a profit, they will disrupt the supply, and that will make us eventually become more hungrier for oil, which means we're going to have to, the prices are going to go up.
And what are the chances of that?
The chances of that happening? Yeah. There are the companies, there are the OPEC. I mean, they do control the oil and the world supply in the whole planet, so I believe that potentially could happen.
At the same time, we've given them a real run for the money. You got North American shale, you've got North American crude, so we're at some point they forecast that we actually can pump more oil than they can.
We could, but we have to go back to understanding that in the U.S. since the 70s, the refineries haven't been built, so we're still importing gasoline and petroleum products from other countries, so we depend highly on that as well.
So what do you think will happen in terms of do you think these falling prices will continue, and how will that affect the rest of the economy?
It could continue, the economy in the U.S. It could continue for a bit more. I think we're going to have a short-term, based on the holidays that we're approaching, a short-term high demand for this, which will allow the prices to go up a little bit. But we're in a cycle where we're looking at down prices. Whether the petrostates will allow that to continue and happen, and I think that's a big question, and I don't think so.
So at least in the short term, we're okay. What about natural gas? Natural gas has always been much lower, yet they say it's now like 40% lower, but yet they say natural gas is creeping up.
Right. So looking at the perspective where we are right now, in New York, for example, the Northeast, we're approaching the winter where natural gas will be used to keep the homes warm. So this is expected for the prices to be up. Will that change in effect? It will depend on how much we will depend on heating oil as well as natural gas to keep ourselves warm. Okay,
well, the good news now, prices of gallons of gasoline are down. We'll be there for a while until OPEC decides to do something other.
Yes,
thank you,
for us regular people, yes.
Absolutely.
Great.
Marco Soriano, thanks so much for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving.
You too.